don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison of doubt, in this torsion, and everything is growing up tight. There's no room to breathe, and nobody is watching at night. I wanna rise up. Need a friend.
Alright, hi guys. Good morning. I am gonna be transparent. I don't know what this vlog is gonna be. I just felt like turning on my camera today. It's a Sunday. I have the day off. Crazy. I've taken the past 2 weekends off of work just so I can like get a little bit of a break from things. I just needed the time off to like figure out how I've been feeling lately, and I guess I didn't need space from the camera because I turned it on this morning. But this is just gonna be a day in my life because I don't really feel like filming for a full week, if I'm being honest. I've been feeling a lot of weird things the past couple of weeks, and I think I just need like a chill, relaxing day of just like doing little to nothing. Granted, I do have plans today. I'm actually going to see Hamilton, so it's not like I'm gonna be staying in the house all day. I will make this vlog a little bit interesting, I promise. But I woke up, I went on a walk. I've been trying to do that more lately since the weather is looking semi-normal again in Michigan, and it's just a good time for me to take some time to myself, because usually when I go on a walk it's too early in the morning for my parents to want to come with me, so I get some time to just walk around, listen to an audiobook. I actually started a new one this morning that's available on Libro FM. Like, it's an ARC sublimation by Isabel J. Kim, and I've been hearing people talk about this book because a lot of people had it on like their top releases for 2026. I didn't know much about it other than it was compared to the show Severance, if you guys know that show on Apple TV. That's all I knew about it, is that it's compared to that show because it has to deal with 2 versions of the same person and like cutting yourself in half to like benefit from having 2 of you. I don't know. So now that I've actually like started the book and I'm 11% into it, I feel like I can actually tell you guys what it's about. We're following 2 characters, Rose and Soyeon, I think that's her name. Rose ended up creating an instance of herself when she was like 10 years old. An instance is basically like a body double. That's what Soyeon is. Her and her mom created instances of themselves when they decided to move from South Korea to America. Rose has been living in America with her mom for like a good chunk of her life, while Soyeon, the body double instance, if you will, is back in South Korea living the life that Rose would have lived if she stayed. If this is a normal thing in this society where people can just make body doubles of themselves if it's like convenient. Usually when they need to make a big change in their life and move across the world, say if you have like a job opportunity in a different country but you don't want to leave your previous life behind, you would make a body double. Rose hasn't seen her family in South Korea for a long time until one day her instance, Soyeon, calls Rose all the way from South Korea and is like, hey, you need to come home. Grandpa is dead and I think you might want to come to the funeral. And Rose instantly wakes up, packs her bag, gets on a plane. What she doesn't know though is Soyeon has the last wish of their granddad to reintegrate with Rose, meaning they become one person. It was like his last wish on his deathbed was like, hey, you guys need to get back together. Yeah, Rose has no idea that this is Soyeon's intention of why she wants her to come back, but this is gonna get crazy really fast, I can already tell. I think this version of a Severance type of story is interesting because it has a lot to do with immigration and what happens when you create a whole new life for yourself in another place, another country, with another language, another environment. But you still have like this old version of you still connected to where you used to live, what you consider to be your home. What happens if like those two versions of you are actually two different people? And I think that that's so cool. I can't really speak on it yet because I'm not that far into the book, but so far I think that what Isabel Kim is doing with the story is very interesting, and I can't wait to continue reading it. Apparently this is her debut novel. By the way, I made breakfast. I've been home for a minute. I did the dishes and then I made breakfast. It's just toast with gochujang and eggs. I honestly shouldn't be eating this. I think I'm allergic to eggs. It's like a new development I've discovered about myself. Like every time I consume eggs, my stomach ends up hurting or my throat gets really itchy, but this has never happened before. So adapting to it is something I really don't want to do, if I'm being honest, because all I eat are eggs for breakfast. It's either eggs or oatmeal, guys. Like if you've seen my vlogs, you know this. I'm taking it day by day by just making my body get used to the feeling of having eggs again. Not my body rejecting what I love. That's crazy. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna eat. I'm also reading the book Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kemmerer. I think that's her name. I got really far into this and I started reading it like 2 days ago. I got into it like a lot last night. I'm like 40% into it now. I'm only reading this book because I heard that it's a throuple between a warrior, princess, and assassin. When I first saw the title, I thought that was just one person. We're following 3 different people, and the fact that they're in a throuple and not a love triangle intrigues me, so I started it. There really is no plot, if I'm being honest. I mean, there is, but I don't feel like explaining it. I'll probably explain it later. I'll probably read. I'm gonna go see Hamilton, which is so exciting, and then we might go to bookstores after if I feel like it. But yeah, that's the plan this morning. I'm gonna eat, drink my coffee, and I'll talk to you guys probably when we're about to leave in like a few hours. All right, me and my mom are about to be leaving soon, but like I said, you guys are coming with us. This is the outfit for today. I just realized I was gonna check the time, but my phone is in my bag. I'm not used to carrying around purses. I only have a couple of purses at my disposal. I'm not gonna lie, I want to become a purse person, but I don't know, the grasp that tote bags have on me is just too strong. So when I have like a purse to carry stuff, I'm like, oh, this feels weird. It's still morning, like it's not even noon yet. Our show is not until 1 o'clock, so we're gonna go downtown and eat something before we actually go to the show. I actually tried to wear makeup today. Guys, I'm actually like very upset because I think you guys know this. If you watched my last wrap-up video, I mentioned that I had to re-record that video because the footage was silent the whole time, but there was another video I recorded before that where this video was also silent, and it was like me going to different bookstores for Indie Bookstore Day downtown Detroit and hanging out with my friends at Belle Isle, and it was just like a really cute vlog. And I also got like my makeup done and stuff for that as well, and I looked really cute. And now that footage is low-key unusable because I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly a lot of b-roll, so like I can't really use that unless I put music over it or a voiceover, and I feel like those kind of videos are low-key boring, so I'm not gonna do anything with it. I've already scrapped the footage, but I feel like now I can make up for it. Like I said, I don't really know what the plan is after this. We're probably not gonna get back until like 4 or 5 o'clock, if I'm being honest, because isn't the show like 3 hours? Let's hope I have the energy to do stuff afterwards. I'll talk to you guys when we're down there, I guess. Okay guys, I am officially back home. It's been such a long day, but I saw Hamilton and that's all that matters. I freaking saw Hamilton. I have been obsessed with this play, probably not as long as other people, but my obsession runs deep, as you guys know. My hyperfixations love to hyperfixate until they just can't anymore. And the Hamilton hyperfixation started in 2020 when Disney Plus allowed for the Broadway musical to be put on their streaming platform, and it was during quarantine and I had nothing else to do but watch that play at least like 50 times. That's not an over exaggeration. So I know the soundtrack front to back, and being able to finally see it live and in person, incomparable. I can't even think of something to compare that to. That's actually my first ever like live theater show experience. I'm not really into musicals, live theater musicals. I feel like I would be into them if I like actually went to go see some, but I don't. This is my first one, and now I feel like injected, I need more. I'm so happy that I went to go see that. My mom also really enjoyed it, but now we're back home and we're both tired. Like as soon as we got in, my mom put on her pajamas and went straight to watching TV, and low-key I'm about to do the same thing, guys. Like I can't even lie to you. I'm so exhausted. Bookstore stuff is gonna have to happen in another vlog because I can't do it. But let me show you what I got, because I did end up buying some Hamilton merch while I was there, because I can't not buy Hamilton merch when I'm there. Like come on now, come on. All I really got was this flag. History has its eyes on you, with the little Hamilton logo at the end right here. Yeah, very iconic. I was debating getting a shirt, but their shirts were ranging from like $150 to like $250, and I was like, I'm not paying that for a single shirt, crew neck, sweatshirt, whatever. So I got like the $30 flag, and even this being $30 is a little ridiculous, but I'm not complaining. It's just like stating a fact in this economy. Like, what are we doing paying $30 for a flag? I ask myself in the mirror, and then I look at it and I don't care anymore. Yeah, and then before that we went to Moot's Pizza, which is in downtown Detroit. I've heard of Moot's Pizza. I've never actually had it though. That was so good. Amazing, amazing. I will definitely be getting some next time I'm back in the city. Never had honey on my pizza before. Don't knock it till you try it. That was a holy experience. My God. Getting food before going to see the play, bad decision. Very bad decision, because I was low-key getting a little tired towards like the end of Act 2, and now I'm completely wiped. I was like asleep on the car ride home. So what I'm gonna do is follow my mom's footsteps, and I'm gonna take off my clothes, take off my makeup, and probably read, and I'll update you guys on what I'm reading. I can actually talk to you guys about the Warrior Princess Assassin book now that I'm back home and ready to continue reading it. I'm also planning on unhauling some books, so don't worry, this vlog is nowhere close to being done, but I do need to like do the boring part of the vlog and get back in bed where you guys are used to seeing me. So let's just be honest, there's no place like home, am I right? I'll talk to you guys when I'm further into Warrior Princess Assassin, and then I'll give you an update. I genuinely have a love-hate relationship wearing eye makeup, because I love how it looks on me. If anything, I feel like my makeup looks incomplete without some eye makeup, but the after feeling of wearing it, like my eyes feel irritated for the rest of the day. I've been like non-stop rubbing at my eyes since I got back home, and at first I was like, sorry, this is such a tangent. I know that you guys don't care about this. At first I was like, maybe it's one of my products, because not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've checked to see which of my makeup products are expired, but I don't know which of my eye products it is. So today I only wore mascara, and it's the what the fuck is it called? The Better Than Sex mascara from that one brand. I want to say Tarte. It can't be that, because I got that like a little over a year ago, so it's not that old. But my God, maybe my eyes are just sensitive. Like, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna talk about this book because I'm now 50% into it and I have thoughts. Like I said, I read a good chunk of this book last night, and I only have 5 hours left of this. This book goes by so fast, but let me tell you what it's about. This book, Warrior Princess Assassin, follows 3 characters. I feel like you're really far. Let me pull you closer. Like I said, there's little to no plot, but the general basis of the plot is that we have this princess who is about to marry this warrior for political reasons. Her kingdom needs a good army. He has a good army, but he has no food. her kingdom can provide food. So, you know, politics, yay. Where the assassin comes in is that he is childhood besties with the princess. He used to like live in the castle. His mom was her mom's lady in waiting. So like the queen's lady in waiting was the assassin's mom. And then for reasons that I don't want to say in case they're a spoiler, he's not living in the palace anymore. He works as an assassin now, and he visits the princess still in secret. No one else knows about the fact that they're still friends after like 10 years of him being ostracized from the kingdom. But now that she's about to marry this warrior guy, the assassin character, I feel like I should call them by their names. The princess's name is Georgie, the warrior's name is Kai, and the assassin's name is Asher. Asher gets a hit from someone who is like, hey, I need you to kill the princess of the kingdom and the warrior king who is coming into town. And he only cares about one of those people, and that's the princess, because that's his bestie. So he goes to warn her, and she's immediately like, wait, we can't let the warrior king die too. Like, I need that alliance for my kingdom. And also, he's not that bad of a guy. He's actually pretty chill. Begrudgingly, they all kind of work together to figure out who is trying to kill them. And it's like a really fast-paced story. Like, when I tell you guys, I ate all of this up simply because this story, I'm 50% in, I can't stress this enough, has taken place over the span of like 24 hours. So much has happened in 24 hours. And I don't want to give away specifics, but I feel like the fact that the story is moving this fast and I have like 50% left until I'm done, I don't really know what to say about the book other than like to talk about the romance of it, because that's why I picked it up in the first place. Like, yes, the plot is there, it exists, but like, I'm not really checking for that, if I'm being honest. I think my favorite character so far is Kai, the warrior king who is marrying the princess. I think that he's like the smartest person in this book and the least annoying, because if I'm being even more honest, the princess is annoying the heck out of me, and I feel bad whenever I say like the only female character in a book is annoying me, because that's usually not how my brain thinks. But the way that she's written and the way that characters describe her too, because we're in 3 different point of views, okay? Whenever the guys talk about her, it's like, oh, she's so pure, she's so naive, she's so innocent. Look, oh, I hate it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves when like the FMC of a fantasy book or like any book, like it could be a romance fiction, doesn't matter, is like described as innocent and pure. What the fuck are you talking about? Mind you, I think that she's grown. Like, I think she's at least like 20 something, mid 20s, 25. Yes, she's naive because she is a sheltered princess who has never experienced life outside the castle that she has lived in her whole life. She doesn't even really know how much the kingdom works, because her brother and father have basically kept her hidden away her whole life. So I can understand the naivety that comes with her being a princess, but like the fact that they are so focused on her innocence and purity just makes me want to throw up. And even when I read in her head, I'm like, there's nothing really going for her, like as a character. I don't really know much about her. I feel like I know more about the guys than Princess Georgie. I want to say Georgie, but that's not her name. Her real name is so stupid that I don't even want to say. It's Marjoriana. Jory for short, so I'm going to call her Jory. But yeah, we don't really know much about Jory in this book besides like how she's perceived by everyone else around her. A lot of the decisions she makes in this book are so annoying. It's like, you can't be this dumb. I understand that you don't know much outside of like your castle, I get it, but like some of the decisions that she makes in this book, I'm like, oh my god, we can't. Literally a lot of what's going down in this book right now is her fault. So I'm like, every time she says something, I do get irritated because it's never anything smart. And then what can I say about Asher, the assassin? I think that he has the saddest backstory out of all of the characters so far, and that's purposefully done. Again, I don't want to give too much away when it comes to Asher, the assassin specifically, because his whole character story kind of moves the plot along, as you can see, so I can't really tell you much about his background, but I'm really invested in like seeing how he develops as a character who begins to trust more, because the only person he trusts in this world is Jory. But you could tell that the warrior king really wants to gain his trust. I need them to kiss so bad. Like I said, this is following a throuple. I need them to lock lips. Yes, Jory can join in on the fun later, but the tension between the warrior and the assassin in this, and again, it's only been 24 hours, so I'm not gonna lie, it gives very much insta love to the point where I'm like, this is very unrealistic. Like, I said that I like the warrior king, and I do, because I genuinely do think he is the smartest out of all the characters so far. But even then, I'm like, the choices he was making in the beginning of the book when it came to trusting the princess kind of off the bat, off of their first meeting ever before they get engaged, I don't understand why he trusted her so quickly. Maybe it's because of her innocence, but I'm like, you're walking into a kingdom that already doesn't trust you, and you want to trust this princess because she seems nice. So yeah, I feel like since both of the guys like Jory, that's easy, that's fine, whatever. However, those two, the guys in here, the tension between them, I'm eating it up. I am. And again, I don't really know where we could go from the point that I'm at in the book, halfway through it, and I don't know where to go from here. But I'm having a good time. I picked up this book because I really just was in the mood for a quick, easy, unserious time with a fantasy book. I feel like I've been reading a lot of like heavy political fantasy books, which is always like fun for me, but I don't know, I wanted to start off the month of May with something ridiculous like this book. And I've never read a book by this author. I'm pretty sure she's written like other YA fantasies, but this is an adult fantasy. The writing style gives YA, which isn't a bad thing, but because of the subject matter, it kind of throws me off. Like, even to the point, like the characters, the way that they talk and the way that they're written, like their traits, it gives YA. So I really don't know how to feel about that. It makes me feel a little weird because I know that this book is gonna get a little spicy later down the line, so I'm like, ooh. But again, I'm not trying to think about it too much. I'm just here to have fun, and that's what this is. This is complete and total fun for me. If I'm being honest, I'm probably gonna read it for the rest of the night. I don't really have a goal of finishing it tonight, but if I do, I do, and that's that. I'm gonna end out this vlog doing an unhaul, but I'm gonna finish the chapter I'm currently in the middle of for the Princess Assassin Warrior book, and then we'll do the unhaul. All right, it's getting so dark outside that I had to pull out my headlight, so if it's looking like I'm ascending up to heaven, it's because there's a giant light bulb on my face right now. But we're ending out the video on the floor because I low-key miss making videos on the floor. The reason why I stopped was because my dog would always like try to jump into frame, and it would be a hell of a bother to edit those clips out. But now I guess I don't need to worry about that anymore. Sorry, that got really sad. But anyway, I'm making this last little clip on the floor. We're gonna do a quick little unhaul, guys. A lot of these books are from the same author, and I'm gonna explain why in a second, but first I just need to get the obvious out of the way, because if you guys saw my recent wrap-up video for April, you shouldn't be surprised about this book that I'm unhauling. The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. You guys know I gave it a try, and now it's gotta go. I still have a lot of mixed emotions finally like giving this book a shot, and now having to unhaul it, like, it kind of makes me sad because this book has been on my shelf since like I started getting back into reading. Like, it was one of the first books I was really excited to read, and now it's gone. I'm gonna be posting all of these books on my Pango Books account, as you guys are probably aware. So if you're interested in any of them, you can go check it out. Make no promises that they will be there still by the time this video is posted, because I am gonna post them on that account as soon as I finish wrapping up this, but go check it out if you're interested. This is the 30th anniversary edition of the book, so it's got this cool little dust jacket. There's sadly nothing on the actual book itself that I know of other than like the Wheel of Time symbol. It has this really cool map of the world though. Usually the maps, from what I've seen, are like in black and white. I love a good colorful map. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't love the book, but again, that's neither here nor there. If you want it, it's on my Pango Books account. Now that that's out of the way, I can get to the next like 4 books that I have by one author that I am going to be unhauling. I am getting rid of Yellowface, Poppy War, The Dragon Republic, and Babel by R.F. Kuang. Now, you guys know my journey with R.F. Kuang if you've been here for a while. Like, this author is not new here, okay, obviously. I have made it a goal to kind of get through R.F. Kuang's books after reading The Poppy War for the first time a few years ago, and it's been a mission that I've dedicated myself to completing since 2023. I've recently found out some stuff about her latest book that's coming out this year. It's not out yet, but there have been some reviews from people who got the arc of it, me not being one of them. So, but I've been seeing that she included the mention of Israel in one of her books, and it's not to critique Israel, it's just to be like, oh, this character is from that place. And I don't really know why she would do that. Hi guys, it's like weeks later since I finished that video, and the funny thing is my camera cut off, the battery cut off literally as soon as I was talking, like towards the end of the video. I've been having such bad luck with technology lately. If you guys have been following my journey of me getting my freaking laptop fixed the past few weeks, which is why I haven't been uploading, you would know technology has not been on my side. And now that I'm finally able to edit, I see that my camera decided to cut off on me, and I didn't even notice it while I was recording this video. So I'm gonna try to remember the point I was making when I recorded this video like 3 weeks ago. So basically, yeah, I got rid of R.F. Kuang books simply because I feel weird about her mentioning of Israel in her books. I know that this is like a very hot topic in terms of like discourse online, specifically with like book talk, and I'm not in it. I don't want to get into it because book talk infuriates me, because no one can actually have like a real conversation without other people like belittling others' intelligence, because people are trying to spin this into R.F. Kuang getting canceled, and I just hate that terminology. Cancel culture is not real. Get it through your heads. No one's canceling a best-selling author for real. Like, that just, it doesn't really happen. There are still going to be people that are going to go out and support R.F. Kuang's book. A few people being weirded out at the fact of her mention of Israel is not going to stop her pockets from growing. Like, please be so serious. With me, my gripe with it is I just feel like it is weird for an author like her who centers her books, specifically the Poppy War and Babel, around like colonization and colonialism and the negative effects it has on people, specifically people of color, and for her to outwardly talk about Israel in her newest book. Again, I don't have an arc. I don't know of anything other than like the screenshots I've seen from the arc where Israel is mentioned and the Israeli character is in the book, but it is an arc, so who knows, she might take it out, she might change it, I don't know. But the fact that it's even in there, it's just weird to me. If I'm being honest, it kind of gives marketing stunt. I don't want to believe it is, because that would make me even feel like worse about it, but it's just weird, like, because if it's not a publicity stunt, then it's just like done in poor taste, in my opinion. In today's political climate, it's a bit tone deaf to carelessly touch on subjects so many people find triggering. It's not just about who she's including in the conversation, it's about like who she's normalizing in the story, who she's humanizing and platforming in the story. If she's platforming a character that is Israeli without actually talking about, you know, the oppressed, marginalized group of people that character's people are affecting in today's political climate, I think that that's careless and very out of touch, in my opinion, because as far as I've seen, there's been no mention of a Palestinian character in her book. Granted, I don't know if this is another historical fiction. I think it is just like a standard fiction book. I don't think there's any like fantasy elements or anything like that. But you guys, I hope you can see my point. It just really, it gives weird feelings to me. To give visibility and voice to a predominantly oppressive class seems like a political agenda. It's stuff like this where I feel like you can't separate art from the artist. It's like impossible. And it's weird again for me because I feel like R.F. Kuang has spoken out about Palestine and supporting Palestine, yet an Israeli character is in the book and is seen in a positive light. Again, from the pages I've read where that character is mentioned, it's not really a critique on that character, it's just like thrown in to be thrown in. It's not even a main character, it's a really far off side character that adds little to nothing to the plot. So who knows? It could have just been a throwaway. It could have been. It could have just like not crossed her mind. But I feel like, again, if you turn on the news, Israel is on everyone's minds and what it's doing to Palestine. So to deliberately put a character like that in the book, it just makes me feel weird. It does. And people that are like, oh, you guys should just wait till the book comes out to form your own opinions. Sure, maybe, but as far as I'm concerned with how I feel right now about what she has included in that book and being processed and put into an arc to be out for people to read beforehand and for her to feel comfortable to do so, makes me uncomfortable. That's just how I feel, and it makes me uncomfortable to have Zionist authors on my shelf. As you guys know, like, I've unhauled authors for that, so I don't really know her stance. I would like to say that she is pro-Palestine, but I don't know. And after this, I have mixed feelings. That's all I feel. That's how I feel. Yeah, all of her books are still on my Pango Books account. If you guys do want to buy them, there are a few in people's carts, so they might go very quick. Yeah, and if I'm being honest with R.F. Kuang, you guys know I've had like an up and down journey with R.F. Kuang, where I have read one book by her. I've tried to read Babel multiple times and I just couldn't get into it, and I just felt like, you know, maybe this is a point in time where I'm realizing that her books I just don't need to read anymore. You know, like, as much as I love the Poppy War, if it messed me up emotionally that much, then maybe I should just protect myself and just not read the rest. Like, that's like slowly how I've come to terms with it over the past like few months, even before all of this even broke out. But because of this arc getting shared across social media platforms and people talking about it, I felt the need to talk about it a little bit. But yeah, that's my unhaul. Now that I've realized this, because my video cut off, I have no outro, so I guess this is the outro. I'm so sorry. If you guys enjoyed this video, thank you so much. I know that this was a little bit of a weird one. I was feeling very out of it the day that I recorded this. I've been kind of going through the motions in May. I don't really know what that means. I recorded this video like towards the tail end of April. I don't know, my mental is just getting to me a little bit. I think it's because of like the drastic weather changes. You guys may know this. My mental health kind of starts depleting as soon as summer hits, so I feel like I just needed to pull out the camera and talk to you guys. And because of that, if you watched this and you enjoyed it, I really hope you did, because this is usually not what I make. But who knows, I might start making more day in the life vlog content if you guys want to see it. I don't know. If you guys enjoyed this video, thank you so much. If you would like to follow me on my social media, it'll all be linked in the description below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.